There we go.
What's up, guys? How are you?
What's up?
Good. You can take. Yeah.
Hey, you can lead it.
Okay. We just put out a tweet. If you guys haven't seen it already, for obviously those on the team right now and those in the chat, retweet it out, share it out. We want to try to get as many people into this stream as possible. Obviously, we kind of hinted at it a little bit earlier. We're going to be handing out some free Zenni codes. You guys can be the new proud owners of Zenni glasses. This is the NetsGC Draft Party presented by Zenni Gaming in partnership with WeBull. And with that out of the way, obviously I've got NBA 2K League All-Star Center Shotz with me on my left, general manager and head coach of NetsGC, OG King CURT on my right. Kurt, take it away. The night is over. We've got the room to ourselves, man. Where are we at?
Hey, I mean, I like I said, I typically come into these. I came into the drafts prior to probably a little nervous, but this one I wasn't nervous. Like, I mean, I think we had a game plan. We stuck to it. Had a lot of scenarios in play, but this one in particular worked out. I think we got a great lock in Streetz. We got a veteran power forward, winner, leader in Steez. And, he got game, which is Streetz said, I'm going to call you Mike.
Yeah, I'm not calling him that.
I think we're gonna. I'm feeling good. I mean, I think I got some guys that I can manage, that want to be managed, that can do their thing, and truly enjoy Brooklyn to the fullest. Of course, I don't have to say nothing about Shotz and Doc. I mean, they've been a rock for me all last season and all through the off season. It's just a good feeling, and I think you learn a lot along the way. This is my fourth draft. Obviously, my approach to this one is a lot different than in the past. So I'm excited for you guys. I mean, Steez let me know how much he wanted to be in Brooklyn. What he was looking for. I think we provided that. Streetz, man, I didn't think you were going to be around in that long.
Yeah.
And he got game. Was, to be honest, I want people to know he was one of our last interviews. Like, I mean, and he made an impression. His game speaks for itself, and I think he's looking to set his own footprints. At NetsGC in the backcourt along with Doc. So I'm excited to see what y'all do together.
Now we're gonna win this year.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. Before we, obviously, there's people coming into the chat right now. Before we hand the mic to you guys and you guys can kind of introduce yourselves to the fan base, let's kind of basically ask you, Shotz. This is your first time, and then Doc, we'll get to you, I promise. But Shotz, this is your first time coming back to a team in consecutive seasons. It's a place you can call home right off rip. And so that means you're walking into this draft process with like a bit of a new feeling. Like, how was that for you to be involved day one?
Nah, it was a great feeling. Like you said, definitely been bouncing around the first few years of my career. So just coming back, being established on a team, don't have to meet new people. Got a great relationship with Kurt and everyone else here. So we spent a lot of time preparing for this draft, and I think it really went almost as perfect as it could have, honestly. So.
Hey, your dad said he's tired of buying different
hats. Yeah. We don't got to buy new hats no more. So we threw all the old ones out. Just Nets clothes now at the house, so we're good. But I honestly, man, just a great draft. I can't believe Streetz was there at 41. Literally was the second lock on my board. So no way he was there at 41. Somehow he was there. Game, we're gonna call you Mike, like Streetz said. No, you got game. So Mike. Not really that familiar with you, but you made an impression on us, like Kurt said. I think you're a hungry guy. I think we're gonna do a lot of special things. And then Steez, my guy, been known him since day one of the league, and just happy to pry him away from Philly and bring him somewhere else for one time. So
there we go.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Kind of like the Harden.
Yeah, you're reverse Harden. So
I know, and I can't get away from Ben Simmons. It is what it is.
All right. Again, thank you to each and every single one of you tuning in to the NetsGC Draft Party presented by Zenni Gaming in partnership with WeBull. Again, we got picks 41, 46, and 49 here with us. Streetz, Game, and Steez. But again, as we wait for more and more people to kind of come in, we got to hand the stage to Doc, who unfortunately isn't here in Brooklyn with us tonight in person.
I miss you, Doc.
But he played a huge role tonight and throughout the entire draft process. Doc, how are you feeling? Tell us a little bit about what makes you excited to have these three people as your new teammates, man.
I mean, I think we did really well, considering like the picks we had. Like Shotz said, I can't believe Streetz fell. I think Mike is a really good point guard, and I was really big on Steez as well. So I think we drafted pretty well. I mean, I look around and I see like, in addition to Connor, I see three other people that I would like to play with. You know, people that are hungry, people that are I feel like are genuine people. Yeah, so I mean, I'm pretty excited to get going with these guys.
Yeah, it should be really fun. I think we just lost Steez, but we're going to expect him to come back in any second. I'm just going to adjust something on this end so we're not blocking off Streetz and Game. And speak of the devil himself, he's back.
I'm back.
What's up,
I'm back.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen. Each and every single one of you, we've got 5 Zenni codes to give out tonight. So Kurt, Shotz, Doc. Oh, we got
eliminate.
Yeah, we'll eliminate Kurt then. So our starting 5 here at NetsGC, each and every single one of them will be giving out a code for a free pair of Zenni glasses. And all you had to do was just be in the chat here with us tonight. Drop a question for any of the individuals here, anything you guys want to ask. We're going to let them kind of take the stage to answer that. And one by one, they'll pick someone in the chat and again, reward them with a code. And that's what it's all about, being part of the NetsGC fan base, this crew that we're trying to build. We want to reward you for sticking with us every single step of the way. And that begins with day 1 right here on draft night. So with that said, let's give out the first code and then we get to grill the newbies here. And so Shotz, I'm gonna open up the
Who we got in here?
chat right now. So you can give out one code, and then what I'll do is I'll just note it down here. And then
we got a question too. What's more important, Kim or IQ? That's a good question.
Okay.
Should I answer that?
Yeah, go ahead, answer that, and then we'll pick some. You can pick someone, and then we'll give out a code.
No, that's a great question. I would probably say they both go hand in hand. What's more important? I would probably say Kim. Honestly, I think having a good chemistry, good camaraderie with the rest of the guys. You know, I mean, IQ is great, obviously, and you got have a lot of IQ to play 2K. But having that chemistry, I think that's like one of the biggest things in this league that's related to success.
Perfect. Couldn't have said it any better. Connor, who do you want to give out our first code to?
Who needs a pair of Zennis out here? Who we got in here?
You want to sit on it for a quick second?
Yeah,
here?
let's sit on it for a quick second.
All right.
Actually, let's give it to Coach Juice since he has a question.
Okay. Perfect. Congrats, Coach Juice. We appreciate you stopping by in tonight's chat, tonight's draft party.
Hey Doc, put your glasses on, man.
All right, so let's get to why we're here. Our 3 newest members of NetsGC. Again, if you guys are just tuning in, picks 41, 46, and 49 ended up being Streetz, our new lock. And then at 46, Game, the new starting point guard of NetsGC. And then to wrap it up, last but not least, Steez at 49. I'm going to ask you guys straight up, okay? Usually a team only has to have one pick on the back end of the draft, right? And so that pick ends up being, quote unquote, that 50-50 pick. And that one pick, that one player is put through an unreal amount of stress going, am I going to make the league? Is my dream going to come true? But for us, it wasn't just one guy. It was all 3 of you.
Right.
You guys were on that back end. One by one, guys, how did it feel like going through that up and down where you're like, man, am I going to go undrafted, to suddenly, this is it, we made it?
Who want to go first? It don't matter. I'll go first. Honestly, I wasn't really nervous. Like I told Kurt, I feel like I should have got drafted even before I actually got drafted. So I wasn't really like tripping. But once I seen like it was like deja vu last year because everybody expected Locks to go early, and then the same thing happened this year where nobody expected Saint to get out the first round and stuff like that. So I wasn't nervous though. Like I was confident all the way through. Last year taught me a lot about not being nervous throughout the whole process. So I was chilling. I wanted to go to sleep, to be honest. 10 minutes. The first 30 minutes was horrible. Like I went to the Shea Aquarium, then I just came home. I wanted to go to sleep. Then I seen that they have 10-minute picks. I'm like, man.
Game, what about you?
To be honest, like I didn't think I was gonna get drafted.
I guess I'll go next.
But I had like a little faith, but I didn't think I was gonna get drafted this year. So when I heard my name and everything, I was actually happy and surprised.
Steez? Oh, it's getting.
Yeah. I mean, I had talked to Kurt and I talked to Connor and Shotz in the past couple days, and I thought that maybe it might have been a long shot to make it back to Brooklyn. But even with that said, I told them, like, listen, anything happens in the draft, and like we saw tonight, anything did happen. And I had told Shotz that, I think there's a possibility that I could definitely make it to you guys, and I ended up making it. And I already talked to OG and Kurt and said that, I would love it, nothing more than to represent the organization. And that's what we're doing now, and I'm totally excited for it. I've known Shotz for a while, Faiz, I've grown closer with him, and I'm excited to represent the brand and help be a good teammate and help try to win this year. I'm excited for us either way, whatever it is, and I think we're going to be a gritty team, and I think we're going to fight this year, and I think we're going to be there at the end of the year for the final dance, and I'm excited for that opportunity, and that's kind of what I told Kurt that was going to happen, and Shotz knew that a couple days ago that if me and him were able to pair up, that we're going to make this thing happen, and I'm excited, and I think that we have a long journey ahead of us, and I think that the path is going to be there, and we're going to make some shit shake.
Awesome. We'll go to another question from the chat. Again, this is the NetsGC Draft Party presented by Zenni Gaming in partnership with WeBull. Next up on the docket is Nike. This is a question specifically for Streetz. I mean, Streetz, be real with us. His question is, do you believe you're going to be a top 3 lock in the league?
Nike know how I am. Like I told Kurt, I don't even care about being a top lock. Like everybody who knows me know I can care less. Like I just go and hoop. I feel like whenever I start playing, I'ma just hoop, and that's for the people to say. I don't care. We leave it at the people, the fake analysts and stuff like that.
I love it. Streetz, I don't know if you can see the chat or the people commenting. I'm going to give you a chance to give out a pair of free Zennies, a Zenni code. You can either choose one right now, or you can kind of wait and then let me know in a few minutes. How do you want to go about it?
I'll give it to Nike. He asked me a question, and I know that he's blind, so.
All right, perfect. Super thoughtful of you.
Papa Shotz, that's your dad. He got a question too. I'll answer his question too. I'm actually like, I've never been to New York. Like, it'd be all, I'm from Chicago. All you hear is like rats and stuff. As long as we ain't got like no dealing with no rats and all that stuff, I'm sure.
You're gonna see a couple of rats. It's gas though. It's really gas. Like it ain't as bad as they say, but you're gonna see a couple.
Streetz, we're gonna do some content around the rats.
Yeah, we're gonna chase some rats around the subway. Don't worry.
Hey, I'm scared of them.
All right, so then let's pivot that same question to Mike and then Steez here. How do you guys feel about moving to Brooklyn? Do you have any experience with New York or even just a bigger city in general? Mike?
Well, some of my family live there, so I've been there a couple times, and I feel like I'll get used to it once I get there.
Steez?
Yeah, I mean, it'll definitely be a new environment, but going to New York season 1, season 2 for the games, I think it'll be something that'll be easily adjusted to. I kind of wanted to focus more on what Papa Shotz was saying about us winning a lot of money and how I was going to be able to help the guys with their finance issues. Because in the past I used to be a financial advisor. If we're winning a lot of money this year, which I kind of already have as a plan, of course I'll be able to help the guys as much as possible. And then I did see another question from, is that X This Is Bull? I think I read it right. He said,
Yeah.
how are me and Shotz going to do as a 4 and a 5 duo? I think we're going to do really well. Shotz and I have always been very close, and I think that chemistry is going to build just organically and naturally, and I'm very excited about that. So I think that NetsGC is in good hands, and I think we're going to make a pretty good run this year.
Awesome. I want to, again, we love the fact that everyone in the chat right now engaging with us, dropping questions. There's almost kind of tough to kind of keep track of. I believe Ant here is asking a question for Kurt. I think he's dropped it more than one time here. So pulling the trigger on game is not an easy decision. I want to know what led OG to pick him over other guards.
Honestly, I think I like how of course I like his game, but I think, like he said, he wasn't even expecting to be drafted. And I think that type of mentality is going to keep him hungry to get better, and obviously he's going to be supported around some good talent that's going to help him do that. A lot of times, I think his low ego is what's going to help strengthen his game, and I'm looking forward to that. I wanted players that I can manage. A lot of things that get overlooked in this league as being a GM is that I have to focus on more than 2K, and the less stress and the less dealings I have to do outside of the game, it makes things a lot easier and a lot smoother. But I'm just confident in him. And the other thing about it is, if Shotz and Doc is confident, then that helps me. I've never held no punches about this. I consider myself a general manager more than a coach. Do I help assist in games and things like that? Of course. But I rely on my players, and especially my better players, to help assist in evaluating talent. I evaluate the character as much as possible. And I don't think that's going to be an issue. Didn't think the talent was going to be an issue. So it seemed like the right thing to do, considering who was left and who we felt comfortable with. So you may say it was a difficult trigger to pull, but for me, it made sense.
Yeah, and I'm like a line just to kind of steal from you. Every single player we interviewed, and we interviewed a lot of people considering where we were in the draft, the one common theme that kept ringing true was we were looking for players that honored, the 3 traits that we were looking for, which is honesty, hard work, and accountability. And we can safely say that every single person donning a NetsGC jersey this year will honor those traits. And another thing you say is what? Good players expire, but good people don't.
I mean, I think I said this back like in season 2. You can help a player get better in 2K in 6 months. Can you help them become a better person? That's a challenge. And I think a lot of people make the game of 2K very difficult. Is there some players that are naturally good at the game and they put in an amount of work to become who they are? Yes. But it's also a game where you can work and get better. And players have proved that year in and year out. There's some players that have rung bells in one season and then the next season they flop. And then there's other players who, they bounce back. So I think it's definitely a game that you can improve and get better at. But becoming a better person and somebody a character, that's where the real work. Because at the end of the day, I've been saying this. You know, the Wizards that went back to back and done a phenomenal job over there. But up until that point, nobody had ever predicted an NBA 2K League champion. The best teams on the talent on paper, they have not got it done. Not one. So with that being said, you know, on draft night, a lot of people think that rosters look great. And it's all about until the season starts. NetsGC has been overlooked every year. Every year. And then there's some, you know, some teams that continue to get hyped up year in and year out. But the results speak for themselves at the end of the day. And I think this is going to be a good group. I think I got a good mix. You know, I got a top, you know, second year player in Doc. I got veteran players in Steez and Shotz that's been winners, that's been consistent. I got a lot that has a bright future. Hungry, got a reason to play, you know, got a family to take care of. And then, you know, he got a game. I think your point guard has to be surrounded by people who generally want to see him do well. And I think this is the perfect mix. And until we get proven wrong, I'm gonna believe that.
Yeah, and the question was about you, Mike. So we'll give you kind of a chance to kind of address it as well. You know, I know Curt, Shotz, Doc, they want you to be the next He Got Game or the next game, right? So for you, what are your expectations headed into this season, and kind of like just talk a little bit about how you plan on attacking your rookie year?
I want to be like aggressive. I want to win everything. Like, I feel like I'm very hungry and I want to like have good connections with my teammates on and off the court. You know what I'm saying?
Why is it that you think you were drafted so late, you know, tonight? And why do you think different teams may have passed up on you?
Because I don't have that big of a name in the community.
Totally. I mean, it benefited us. You're going to be, we talked about the connection that Steez and Shotz may have at the 4 and the 5, but you know, you and your relationship with Doc being your backcourt partner, and then your relationship with Connor being your partner in the PNR. For you guys, like, how do you plan on kind of guiding him through this rookie year and through this rookie experience, Shotz?
Yeah, no, just getting out there and getting reps and getting comfortable with each other is definitely gonna be the main thing. I mean, he's good at the game. I don't gotta teach him how to play point guard. Like, he already knows how to do that. So just situational stuff that goes on within the game, just stuff that I see from my vision that he might not see from his, and just using my experience really just over all these years to just play sound basketball. I'm all about playing good ball. Like, that's really all I care about. We go out there and we play good ball. So no doubt about us not being able to do that this year. So very confident.
Doc, what about you? Obviously, you know, game is going to be, you're no longer the rook, right? In the backcourt, you're going to be leading the way there. What do you kind of expect out of your relationship and your partnership here with Game?
I mean, my impression is that it's going to work pretty well. I think the both of us are probably people that are very easy to get along with. I mean, when I'm on the court, my first priority always is to just try to make the game as easy as possible on my point guard, you know, always be in the right spots for him. And I think I do a pretty good job of that. I think, like Connor said, like, the people on this team have pretty good instincts. And, yeah, I mean, I think it'll work pretty well.
Awesome. Again, thank you to every single person in the chat right now. If you're just tuning in, this is the NetsGC Draft Party presented by Zenni Gaming in partnership with WeBull. We still have 3 Zenni codes to give out. You know, Connor gave one out. Streetz, Game, you get to give this next one out. Did you want to choose someone from the chat now, or did you want to take a minute or two to kind of scroll through? Because we do have a lot of activity in the chat.
I could choose one.
Perfect. Who do you want to?
I think his name is like Ray_1.
Okay. There you
Ray
go. I like that, Mike.
_1. Okay, perfect. We still have 2 more Zenni glasses to give out before the stream is done. We have been live streaming for over 5 hours. Obviously, this is this is the moment of the stream that you guys were waiting for, to finally see the season 5 iteration of NetsGC. But if you guys were tuning in before, because we do know a good portion of our audience, very dedicated audience, were watching the War Room for a majority of the night with no audio as well. So we cannot thank you enough. I am not joking around when I say this. All season long, we cannot wait for you guys to find out what we're going to do to honor that fan base, to honor this crew that we have, that we're building. And you know, the Zenni giveaways are just the start of it. So stay tuned all year long as we try to get back to, you know, selling some unfinished business, right? We made it to the Eastern Conference Finals in season 4. Steez, we'll kind of go back to you here. I talked a little bit about how, you know, usually there's only one 50-50 pick per team, if that, right? Whereas, you know, all 3 of you were picked fairly late in the draft, but no one was picked more later than you here at 49. Does that come? It may or may not come with you specifically, but does that come with a little bit of a me against you, the world kind of attitude? Like this, do you feel like some type of way falling down to 49, especially considering the very respectable resume you've put together in the league so far?
Yeah, I mean, great question, Christian. Best thing I can say is there was a point in my career where actually Connor and I, Shotz, were trying to team up, and that was season 1 with the Blazers, and it just didn't end up falling through. It is what it is. But yeah, I mean, it's tough. You know, there's a lot of lies and a lot of promises that were broken throughout this draft, and it is what it is. I told OG, you know, Kurt, and I told Shotz what I felt like I could bring to NetsGC, and that's what I'm going to do. It is what it is. I'm excited about this season. I know what we have, especially talent-wise. All I ask, and Mike, you know, I wanted to, you know, speak while you were talking, but only thing I could say, especially as a point guard, is, man, like, as long as you fight for us, you know, we're going to fight for you. Bottom line, you know what I mean? Like, if you're giving us that effort that we see and you're rallying for us, like, we're going to do the same for you. And that was the same thing I told Kurt, and same thing that Shotz knows, and Mean Streets. Like, if you don't know yet, like, I'm gonna reciprocate that same kind of that fight that you guys are willing to give. That's something that I think doesn't go noticed in this league, is that, like, you want to be around the guys that are gonna fight for you, the guy next to you, to your left and right, and, you know, like Streetz and Mike and Shotz, Faiz. I'm going to fight for, you know, your families, and as well as I hope you guys fight for my family. You know what I mean? Like, the message at the end of the day is, you know, hopefully we're fighting for each other's family and we're trying to put bread on each other's tables. And I'm going to do that for you guys just as well as I hope you guys do that for me, to be real. So yeah, I know definitely I was picked late, 49th pick overall. I was excited when Shotz told me that it was my call to come play for NetsGC. I'm excited for the opportunity. I know what I told OG King CURT, and that's what I'm going to bring to Brooklyn. And I'm excited for the opportunity. I think we're really going to make a run, and I think we're going to have some teams a little worried about playing us every week.
Hey, let me say this. While he said y'all fighting to get bread on each other's table, you know, while y'all doing all that good fighting, y'all help keep bread on my table, and I appreciate that.
Same question to both of you. So we'll go in reverse here. Mike, just talk a little bit about, because I know you had mentioned earlier, right? There was a time in this evening's events where you thought you were going to go undrafted. As competitive as you guys are by nature, that has to kind of sting a tiny bit to fall that far into the draft. Like, what were your thoughts on being selected too late? And does that give you a kind of me against the world attitude?
I mean, like, I just wanted to be in the league. Like, it didn't really matter. But, like, for teams that didn't pick me, like, that's bad for them.
Streetz, what about you?
You can repeat
it. Getting picked so late in the draft, does that come with like a built-in feeling and vibe of, you know, man, I can't believe they passed up on me. I guess I'm gonna have to kind of prove them wrong.
If I would have got drafted 10th, I would have felt the same way. I knew teams was gonna sleep on me. Like, they slept on me last year, so I knew what I knew what like coming into the draft, what I was like getting myself into. They can sleep all they want. Y'all woke up, so y'all know how I am. Like y'all, Mike, Faiz, y'all already got like a visual of me. I don't sugar talk. I don't back down. Like I keep telling Kurt and Shotz, I'm ready to play. Whoever passed up, they know, like they know they messed up. Like, and even in the interviews, a lot of teams like, my bad, I got a lot of stuff going on, but they basically like, don't kick my butt when if we end up passing on you. I have to tell a few people that's exactly what we gonna do already off rip. So that's just me. So
I got a question for y'all. You know, a lot of people don't know, you know, what took place after the draft, but we had a family call with the organization, and y'all basically met the majority of the people that you're gonna see on a regular basis. What did that feel like to be on that Zoom call with the whole entire Growth Properties family?
It felt like I was a part of a new family. I don't know. I was excited.
Steez, Streetz.
I'm trying to see if Burns gonna go.
Yeah,
I'll go.
yeah. No, I go. I mean, obviously, it's a great opportunity. You know, I've been in the league for a couple of years now. Like Shotz says, you know, it was interesting pulling me from 76er GC, but being able to meet a new family and meet a new organization that kind of trusts in you is something special, and I'm excited about it. You know, it seems like you guys got a full team, excited to, you know, help represent us and help fight and rally with us, and that, you know, that's all a player could ask for. So I'm really excited about that. Connor, you know, Kurt, Faiz, you know, Mike, Streetz, I'm excited for the opportunity. I told Kurt a while back that I feel like we have something special over here. I think, you know, if you guys don't realize now, you know, it's time to start really zooming in and realize like the opportunity that we have. We should have a chip on our shoulders going into the season, and I think it's something that's very exciting to play for. And you know, we get to represent, you know, the Brooklyn Nets at the end of the day, and I think that's an opportunity that people would kill for. So you know, going into this next week, you know, figure out what you're playing for, figure out the guys to your left and right that you're going to be fighting next to, and you know, let's get this job done, because I feel like we owe it to an organization that drafted us, and to some people that believe in our dream and our vision.
And for me, like, people before y'all picked me, people was telling me, but once I got on the Zoom call, everything it all just became real. Like, and then based off like the first 5 words, I knew y'all meant straight business. So this all, hey.
Hey,
Kurt always laughing at me.
no, I mean, like you guys mentioned, it's like joining a new family, right? And we can even hear, like Streetz, we can hear your daughter in the background too, right? So it just adds to that family vibe. We still do have 2 Zennies to give away. Steez, we're gonna go with you here.
Wait. Can I give away one?
Yeah, it's on you now. So you can go through the chat, give one away now or give one away later.
Let me scroll. There's a question that was very interesting to me. I don't know, Connor, if you answered it yet, but somebody asked you, his name was X, this is Bull X. He asked, how do you feel about the team you kind of assembled? And earlier he did ask about like how you feel about your 4 and 5 duo. Maybe if you want to touch on that first, but I think that would be the person that
what was the exact question?
He had 2 questions. One was for you, and I think one was for more of the team. But one of his questions was, how do you feel about like your 4 and 5 duo, which I believe is you and me? And then his second question was, how do you feel about like the team that you've assembled? And
for sure.
Cool. He's asked a couple questions now.
No, I'm extremely happy with the team we got. Like, for real, I've been a part of a lot of drafts now. This is my 5th year, so I'm doing this every year since after the first season. So I usually feel a little, I'm not gonna lie, I feel a little like uneasy after the draft, like kind of like not really sure, but this year I'm really like super confident. Just the guys we got, like really almost a dream draft. Streetz at 41 is just still crazy to me. Still no way he's there at 41. Getting Steez so late, just bringing in a vet at power forward that knows what he's doing, knows how to play with me. We're gonna have great chemistry, so not worried about none of that. And then just bringing in Game, a guy that's really like low key, and I think he was making a name, rising his name up the boards a little later in the draft process. But I think he's very talented and just ready to get on the court out there and show everyone what we got in our pick and roll.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. Christian, if you're letting me have the power to pick where I want one of those giveaways going to, I like that question from This Is Bull about the 4 and 5. I think Connor and I are going to be great together. Him and I have some chemistry for a while. Him and I have been close. It was one of those things where when Shotz was going through it throughout the years with traveling, being a journeyman throughout his early career, I felt like I was always there to help him out, and he was always there to help me out with my career. And now that we're together, that chemistry's there. And so, Bull, I feel like, we're going to be a very good front court duo. I think we're going to have that chemistry. And I'm excited for what's yet to come throughout the season. And I hope, you enjoy your giveaway with Zenni Gaming. I really hope it works out.
Nice. Congrats. This is Bull. We still have one more code to give away. Obviously, Doc is going to do that a little bit later towards the end of the stream. We don't have too much longer in this broadcast. We want to give you guys a chance to kind of celebrate. But again, this isn't just for us. This isn't even just for the new draft picks, but it's for each and every single one of the people that go out of their way to support NetsGC and obviously the league as a whole. We promise you guys, stick with us every single tournament, every single event. We're going to show out and then obviously reward you guys for being such great supporters. Doc, we haven't heard from you in a hot minute here. To some of these people in the chat, this is the first time they're seeing you with your brand new haircut. What went into that decision to kind of move away from the flow to what you've got now?
I've had it long for a really, really long time. It started to get a little bit annoying. Just keeping it clean all the time. I don't know. It just got annoying, so I decided to cut it off.
See, as excited as we are to integrate the new roster, one thing that I know Kurt and Connor were excited about from the get-go, even well before draft night, was seeing your development, Doc, headed into your sophomore season. And we talk about this change in your haircut and your style, the potential evolution of what you will be producing on the court. Just talk a little bit about what your expectations are for yourself. Do you feel a little bit of pressure? Do you kind of, look for that pressure? What do you kind of expect out of you, Dr. Fayez, Doc, headed into your sophomore year?
I definitely think I'm going to have a much better year than I did last year. Coming into last year, like towards the beginning, I was kind of second guessing myself a lot. But I think like just going through the season, I built up like a lot more confidence just as a person and on the game. And I think that showed in the playoffs where I played, I was twice the player in the playoffs that I was the whole season. So I'm hoping to carry that into this season. I think playing so much 5v5 in the off season has kind of helped my game. Just kind of understand like a lot of the aspects of the game apart from just moving your thumbs and dribbling and stuff like that. It helps you learn pace, how to just take what's there all the time because you kind of have to in that kind of game mode. So, I think I'm going to have a much better season than I did last year, and I'm just ready to get going.
You had by all statistical perspectives, you had a solid season, one of the better sharps in the league, and you were a solid contributor to a team that made it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. I have, again, if you guys have any questions in the chat, or you want to leave them in the chat, feel free to do so. We got y'all got a rookie of the year in game. Take care of him. Game, is that like one? Is that something you kind of want to attack, or is award something that doesn't really anything you kind of pay mind to right now?
I mean, that's not really something I pay mind to, but I think I am gonna be rookie of the year though.
Okay. I mean, you hit me with it's not something I pay mind to, and then we're getting rookie year. That's awesome. Again, feel free to drop questions. We do have one more Zenni code to give out. Doc's going to do that at the very end of the stream. I'll ask for final thoughts from each and every single one of you guys on the broadcast. But first, Kurt, any final questions or final thoughts?
I mean, not really. It's gonna be a long night for me. I mean, like Steez, Shotz, they know I don't sleep. Like everybody know from my past years in the community, I don't sleep. I'm always up. I think really I'm just gonna, go home, relax. Stay. We got to get this group chat together. Thank goodness that everybody got an iPhone.
Yes. That was actually part of our draft research. It's like, do you have an iPhone?
But just really, I want y'all to enjoy this moment. I mean, like Steez mentioned, he's a veteran. I think his fire is still lit. He's not content. He's gonna bring it every day. But for the puppies, man, just enjoy this moment. Like AB told y'all, earlier, you're on the clock 24 hours a day. Like any and everything you do, it's a reflection of your namesake first and foremost, and then the organization and everybody else that's attached to you. So keep that in mind. Y'all know what I stand for. You know what I'm about. I'm a player. I'm a player's coach. I'm a player's GM, man. Like I'm telling you, if you just be focused and come here and do what you're supposed to do, you'll realize what just happened tonight. Brooklyn. I love Brooklyn. Like I love Brooklyn. Like I mean, and I'm telling you, when you get here and you get a chance to experience it for yourself, you're gonna feel the same way. Like I mean, so I want to say this though, because it's ironic that nobody's brought it up or anything like that. But Mike, you stepping into a role that you fulfilling, and it's been fulfilled the last couple of years with some success and things of that nature. But I want you to know personally, this is your chance to create and build your own legacy with NetsGC. As the starting point guard, like that. It's not about following up anything or replacing anybody or anything like that. It's about it's about what you do. And like Steve said, I mean, and he stands on this. Like you got guys that's gonna fight for you, and it's gonna help carry you a lot. I understand. I was an athlete back in the day, and yeah, you may not play for awards or statistics or anything like that, but if you come out and do things the right way, you get rewarded. And Shotz is a clear example of that. He played in the league for years, but he got to Brooklyn and had a career year. And you wouldn't think sometimes, as a lot of you young guns try to talk about the old heads, but some of them getting better and better as the years go on. So
age like wine.
I'm telling you, hey, and not only do you come here and have a career year, you drop some pounds, you start looking better, you start feeling better. Like, I mean, so it's a lot of good things going on, and it's a lot of things about to happen. Like I said, we got a lot of things planned. It's a vibe here. It's a culture here, and trust me, a lot of things that you may have heard or thought you heard or seen in the chat or whatever, when you get a chance to experience it for yourself, you'll realize, everybody don't always tell the truth. So just know that y'all got a GM that's gonna fight for you as well. I'm always around. Always gonna do what's best for us, and I'm just glad to have y'all, man. And like I said, I can't wait to see y'all a week from Monday.
Yeah, y'all got to put me on. As soon as I get down there, I need a workout plan.
We're gonna be getting busy. We're gonna be in the gym. We're gonna be hooping. We're gonna be doing
There
something.
we go.
Don't worry.
So we're at
excited.
Yeah, we're very excited for you. We're at the point of the stream right now where we're just going through final thoughts. And then again, at the very end, Doc's going to drop one final Zenni code giveaway. We just had Kurt kind of take the floor. Connor, any final thoughts on these guys, the night in general, season 5?
No, just happy. I mean, yeah, I just got some quick thoughts. Very happy to bring all you guys in. I think it's going to be a great season. Really wasn't worried about picking that late in the draft, and we got some dogs that fell to us, so it really didn't even matter. It feels like we had 3 picks that weren't even at the end. So just really excited to meet all you guys. Doc, congratulations on being my first teammate for more than 1 year.
Yes.
So already familiar with Doc, and then I'll meet everyone else. So I can't wait to meet y'all and get y'all in the city and just do great things.
Doc, before we give it to the new players, final thoughts, Doc?
Yeah, I mean, like Connor kind of said, like, I don't think you would look at this team and think we drafted at 41, 46, and 49.
Yes.
I mean, I think there are people that went, like, way ahead of these guys that aren't going to make the impact that they are. So, I mean, I'm really happy with our roster and just ready for the season to start.
All right, since we started the night off with Streetz and then went in game and then Steez, we'll go reverse swing. Steez started off. Final thoughts on tonight. The floor is yours.
Okay. Faiz, I want to start out. Doc, whatever you want me to call you. I don't care, brother. Are we still on the glasses train, or do I need to start getting like some sort of glasses, because I got 20/20 vision, brother? So whatever you want me to wear, I got you. But if you're trying to move on from last year, I totally got you, man. I'm on to bigger and better things if you are. But I'm just joking, man. I think you look good either way. You look good with the short hair too. Other thing, Streetz, I'm excited for the pick and roll on defense, man. I think we're gonna do great things. Mike, I'm gonna just stick with Mike. That's what we're calling you. He got games kind of too long for me. So I'm gonna go with Mike. Listen, man, you're new to the league. I'm kind of an old head, and that's fine. But like I said earlier, brother, you fight for us, man. We're gonna fight for you. It's simple as that. Even when you think the going gets tough, man, we're gonna be right there next to your side, fighting that battle with you. And I'm excited for that. Connor, you know how we rock. Being the power forward for you, brother. I'm gonna try to make your job easier. That's what it is. That's what I did for Dane. That's what I did for Breadwinner when I played with him, and I'm gonna do the same for you. Kurt, I owe you, brother. I really do. I appreciate you taking the chance on me. Christian, same as you. You play just as big as a part. I'm going to represent Brooklyn the best way I can, and for Streetz, Doc, Mike, Connor, Kurt, Christian, I'm going to do the best that I can to represent NetsGC as best as possible. I'm excited for what we have to come, and I think we have a chip on our shoulder, and I think we're going to make a good run this year.
Perfect. Wonderful. Mike?
I feel blessed and happy, and I appreciate y'all for drafting me. I'm going to try to make sure we win everything. And I don't even see us as a team anymore. I feel like we got a family now. So I'm going to try my best.
Hey, I mean, that's great to hear on night one, especially. Take us home, Streetz.
I guess I'm the mouthpiece. All right. Everybody in the stream, this team gonna be very interesting. I'm gonna just be real. Like I'm hungry, and I didn't had a lot of point guard. I could just tell Mike he a silent killer. I could just tell already, and I'm just ready to play with Shotz. I don't even know if y'all know, but Steez, like, not really a mentor, but he like going for the league and a lot of stuff. He helped me a lot, and I feel like God told y'all that he was like, y'all seen that he was there, y'all just grabbed him. And that's crazy that me and him on the same team, because he was one of the people who helped me the most, like prepare myself for the league and stuff like that. And then Faiz, I just heard a lot of good stuff about you, even from last year. And when I watched you, it was all good. And y'all three, Shotz, I could just tell Shotz is just super happy. I could just tell. I seen him in Vegas, and he just looked like super mad. This the most I have seen him smile, and I can tell you happy. I tell all y'all happy. I'm happy. I'm ready to play, and we just April. Whatever when the season start. I'm ready. Like we all got the showcase. We all me, Mike, Steez. Everybody knows what Steez do, but me and Mike, we gonna be the sleepers. We gonna be the steals, and I feel like everybody did their homework. And going into the season, everybody know like we gonna be slept on. We already ready for it. And all I do, I expect greatness off the gate. So y'all know what kind of person I am. I can't wait to meet you on Papa Shotz, whoever. All y'all keep in mind. I'm ready to hoop, man. And there's just a little bit about me. I never really I got a lot of IRL stuff, like personal stuff, and this the first chance I really got to just play the game and wake up and play the game. So y'all only heard of me, but I get to play the game every single day, and I'm just gonna get better. So
here we go. I'd love to hear it. Doc, can you give out the last Zenni code of the night to one of the supporters that we have in the chat that we are so very lucky to have here with us tonight?
This is big time, Doc. Make a good decision.
You should take out the glasses. I'll give it to Baited.
Who?
Two Baited.
Two Baited.
Who is Mike Tate? That's you, Mike.
Yeah.
Mike Tate. All right.
We gonna have to chat together in a second. Like as soon as the stream over, we get in the chat together. I got some info I need to get from all of y'all. So hey.
Perfect. Yeah, we'll get out of here now. Again, one final thank you to everyone that tuned into tonight's stream. Whether you tuned in as soon as we got the guys on here together, or if you have been here with us since 5:30, 6 o'clock ish Eastern time. This has been the NetsGC Draft Party presented by Zenni Gaming in partnership with WeBull. One thing we can all promise you guys, and I'm talking directly to the people in the chat and the viewers right now, is that throughout the course of season 5, you heard Streetz talk about his IRLs. You guys are going to get to know each and every single one of these individuals, both how they are on the game and off the sticks as well. We're going to give you every single reason to support each member of NetsGC throughout the entirety of season 5, because we want it to be so that when they win, you win, we win together. And winning is really the only thing that matters in season 5. Again, both on the game, winning money, and then off the game as well. We can't wait to get started on this journey with each and every single one of you. Until then, thank you again. Thank you, Zenni. Thank you, WeBull. Season 5, here we come, NetsGC.
All right, we out, man. Hey, Mike, follow me back on Twitter.
I got you.
All right, guys.
That's it.
Nah,
Have a good one.